1, 2. Right, let's turn.
Без коробки на глазе.
welcome to Astana in Kazakhstan for Series 2 of the World Taekwondo Grand Prix 2014. With a population of nearly 1 million, Astana became the capital of Kazakhstan in 1997, with a quarter of the population being from Russia. The Russian language is widely spoken here. Temperatures are currently in the 30s here in Astana, and the action is certainly going to be hot here. There are 3 days of intense competition with all important points for Rio at stake. And this is day number 1. We have world and Olympic champions across all the categories, and today we've already seen 3 rounds of competitions in the 3 categories that are on show today. Here is the schedule for today. 6 semi-finals. We've got the female minus 49 kilogram category, the plus 67, the heavyweight females, and then the plus 80 kilogram, the heavyweight males will be going out. All the semi-finals first, and then the 3 finals to conclude. 5 weight categories coming up over the following 2 days. It all adds up to what should be an absolutely fantastic weekend of Taekwondo. Really good atmosphere here. It's still pretty hot, and with me, I'm very pleased to say, international referee and international coach, Mike McKenzie. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, Adrian, how are you doing?
Yes, very good, thank you. Looking at that field, it's looking very good here. In fact, they've already come out. We'll have a little chat in a second.
Croatia, the WTF Olympic ranking number 2.
Хорватия, WTF Олимпиадалық рейтингінде 2-ші нөмір.
Well, the athletes are already coming out on stage.
China's Taipei, WTF Olympic ranking number 35.
WTF Олимпиадалық рейтингінде 35-ші нөмір.
Well, here's Wang Tinglin. Those are her. She's been very comfortable. 3 very comfortable earlier rounds so far. That was quite a rushed entrance here. And Lucia Zadinovic, she's only had 2 competitions. She had a bye in the first round, but she is the form athlete here. Mike, looking at this draw, she's the one that really I think the other semi-finalists are going to be really looking at.
Definitely, yeah. Zadinovic is a Croatian athlete. She's 3 times European champion. Comfortable performances today. Slight concern with the nosebleed earlier on, which wasn't actually match-related, it was pre-match. But other than that, she's the athlete on form today.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Lucia Zadinovic in blue from Croatia, and Wang Tinglin.
The first round begins.
And off they go. Mike, it's been an interesting competition so far. We've been watching quite a lot of matches. What's been your feeling so far about the competition?
Well, this category, the minus 49s, has provided a little bit of surprises for us, with a lot of the top seeds coming out quite early on. So actually 3 of the athletes are outside of the top 20, top 25 in fact, of the world rankings.
Well, Zadinovic already gets a quick early point there. She's a pretty sharp cookie, this girl, and the world number 2. The other rankings are a little bit further down there, so there's it's probably the dream semi-final draw. If you're world number 2 and the next highest ranking is world number 25 in the semis, you're going to be feeling quite happy about matters going out there, aren't you?
I think so, but don't be placing too much stock on the ranking systems. It is still early days, you know, and you know, we've seen surprises all the way through today, so it could happen in this match as like it could any other. Yep.
As you saw on the previous results, Zadinovic actually beat Yvette Gonda of Hungary. Gonda was a semi-finalist in the Grand Prix number 1 in Suzhou, China, and that's certainly her toughest match so far, getting through to this semi-final. So Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, with Chinese Wu Jinyu not being here, the 2 times Olympic champion and the Grand Prix champion beforehand, then Zananovic is really going to be in the comfort zone, as it were.
She's definitely the hot favourite. I was saying about how hot it was outside. She's the hot favourite here today. She's 3 times European champion, 3 times in a row. And that's no mean feat in Taekwondo, where not always the best fighter will win every bout, isn't it? There is a little bit of randomness about the sport sometimes.
Well, there is indeed, but actually her identical twin sister has almost achieved exactly the same in the next category, and we'll see her later this weekend.
Yes, we've seen the Zaninovic sisters going around the world, picking title after title. First period's over, and Zaninovic with that early kick to the body. She leads 1-0.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that result, but it doesn't add up to that much at this stage. Well,
her coach is just having a little chit-chat to her. He's looking quite cool. He's even kept his jacket on.
Well, the new rules that we have with our new coaches are going to be wearing their suits, looking very smart, as opposed to the tracksuits which we've traditionally worn.
Well, a few little highlight there from the first round. We've had Kazakhstan entries at every category here. Of course, the local organisers are allowed to enter their athletes into the competition, and Zaninovic actually had quite a tight match in an earlier round against one of the Kazakhs. So they've held up pretty well.
Yeah, despite being host nations getting automatic points, they have all acquitted themselves really well.
Yeah. Zaninovic trying to get the point for the punch there. Of course, 1 point for a punch, 1 point for a simple kick to the body, and then it starts accumulating. If you can add a spin, you get 2 points. Kick to the head is 3 points, and a spinning kick to the head is 4 points. There's quite a lot of points can be scored, and of course it is possible to score 6 points if you actually kick the head twice.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's why a lead of 1-0 like Zananovic has got right now, he doesn't give any sort of security, as it were.
Yeah.
One kick to the head, bang, and she'll be 2 points behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Points can be scored amazingly quickly, and usually early rounds of bouts are quite tactical affairs. You can see these two just sizing each other up, aren't they? And they don't want to sort of commit early. They know their opponent's a top player, so their opponent's a really good fighter. You don't want to be committing too early, do you?
No, you wait your opponent up, you're taking small steps, trying to entice them to come up with a counter kick like in that situation, and then you'll counter their counter. So you're actually thinking very tactically, try and think 2 or 3 moves ahead, not just yours, but your opponent's as well.
Yeah. And so far, still that early kick from Zaninovic. Certainly, athletes were very eager to get out here earlier on. They raced out.
That's the second point there.
Yeah, and I could hear that kick from over here. That was definitely a scoring kick.
Absolutely,
no
doubt whatsoever.
Sometimes you see kicks that you think should score, but there actually wasn't enough weight behind it, but there was no doubt about the weight on that one.
No, the techniques are scored by proximity and power, so the actual foot shape has to be correct. This is a slightly different scoring system today. We're seeing the KP&P scoring system, which is a personal scoring system to the body.
Yeah.
And the foot sensors are a little bit different on this one.
So period 2 goes the same way as period 1. Another point towards Zaninovic.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that. She'll be happy with that. It's not secure at all, but she's looking very comfortable. I think she'll be saved a little bit for the final, to be honest.
Yeah. And you see the coach there just talking to Wang Tinglin there. If you were the coach in red corner, what would you be saying right now?
I'd just be saying what we've just really said, that one kick can make all the difference, and that two-point leads isn't that strong. The Chinese coach is one of the most experienced coaches in the world, so I'm sure that he'll have some good advice for her there.
Yep, he's certainly having a good chat with her there and making eye contact. He's really saying this is your moment. Wang Tinglin, number 35 in the world on the rankings. Good crowd here as well. They're filling up nicely. And here we go, third period, 3 periods of 2 minutes each. This is the moment. And off they go. Zaninovic having a high lead there, which of course is also a defensive move as well, isn't it? It's blocking your opponent from attacking you.
It's measuring in, yeah. It's frowned upon a little bit now, so she might get penalised if she does it too much, but it's a way of getting into the range and then trying to score out to the body by hitting a body shot off the front leg.
That was Zaninovic's coach just there, who seems to be getting a little bit more animated. I just wonder if he's a bit concerned. You know, there's only one score away for Wang Ting to take the gold here. If she gets a headshot.
I think, you know, he's a Croatian coach. Again, he's a very experienced coach. He knows what he's doing. He's worked with both his sisters for quite a few years now, since they were juniors.
Yeah.
He is shouting instructions. It's limited, you know, it's interesting how much the actual athletes hear while the match is going on.
Yeah. Well, there's a Kyung Go there. We can't see it on camera, but the official just giving a Kyung Go towards Zaninovic for forcing the opponent out.
No, I think it's for a low section kick, I believe.
Cool. Kyung Go's are given. If you watch Taekwondo in the past, they're given a little bit more readily this year. If you go down, if you fall on the floor, that's considered an automatic Kyung Go now. If you go out of the court, that is also one. And 2 Kyung Go's, which are these little yellow cards you see on the screen, 2 of those, and you actually get a red card, and that means a points to your opponent. So
again, Taipei there tried to score with a punch. It's not, the judges are not scoring that too much today.
Yeah.
Last 30 seconds now.
Absolutely. Wang Tinglin has got it all to do. She's got to put the pressure on now. Here comes the move. You can just see that the energy is starting to just pile in there now, and she's coming in on Zaninovic a lot. She got a head kick. She just got a head kick. Unbelievable. That's incredible. And the card's out already. Yep. Mike, tell us, that's an incredible move. That's exactly as we called it.
Right, the Croatian coach is now playing his appeal, video replay appeal, and he's disputing the validity of the point, the headshot.
Yeah.
So the Taipei player's gone for the headshot. Like we said, it's actually reverse headshot, so if she gets it, I believe it was reverse. We scored 3 points. But even so, it gives her the lead with 12 seconds left.
That's absolutely amazing, kid. We're just waiting for the replay here. Now, the coach may well, like, to be honest, I don't think he got a good view of that head kick at all, and I've got a feeling that he actually just put in for the video review on the basis of he wanted to give her a rest. There's only 12 seconds to go, so there's hardly going to be an opportunity there. Just looking at replays here, and ooh, that was close. If you're the coach, you'd have played the video
I definitely would have played it,
yeah.
No need that whatsoever.
We're just looking at all, ooh, I'm not sure she got it. I don't think.
Are they looking again? Let's have a look from the other angle.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's a good call.
Now the officials are, I'm just looking over at the official screens, which we're not seeing here, but there is an angle which looks as if there is contact between the foot and the head. I've just seen an angle on the screens that are around the edge of the court, which isn't one of the TV screens. They're actually now looking at the TV replays. These replays are supposed to take a minute, but they invariably don't. Because there are so many different angles for them to look at. There are 4 cameras around the court here, plus the TV.
Well, that's right, yes. We've got very experienced judges who are working on the video replay. Tom Stammer from Great Britain and Lee Jae-bum from Korea. They're reviewing it, they're keeping it going, they're having a look at the score and the slow motion. It's rejected, the points stand.
Points, it's rejected. So
10 seconds.
Now,
Zaninovic equalises.
Oh, it's 3-all. Body shot. 4 seconds to go. Looks like it's 3-all, and the time has run out.
Okay, now we play golden point. The athletes will play golden point, so we'll have one more round, and the first one to score wins, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible bit of action there. And well, we're going to get a video review card here from Med. He's throwing his hat in here. I wonder what this is about. So this is not over yet. We're going to have another delay, and the officials are going to look at a little bit more action there.
Again, it's worth a chance to try and play that. I think it's a bit of a wild chance to be truthful, but he's the referee is explaining what the coach have said to him, to the video replay judge.
Well, here we go.
Kick there, kick there. Also, it's quite valid there.
seeing anything there. Oh.
Maybe they're holding the leg. It might be trying to say that Zananovic held the leg slightly, but I think that's a little bit wild.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a puzzler now. We are getting into, you know, it's the wild zone of the match, really. And I just wonder if the coach has thrown away that card, taking a gamble. I can see why the first card came out. There was definitely no. I'm just looking at the replay screens here, and I can't really. Yeah, there's a question. I think it's about holding the leg. You're right. Wang Tinglin holds the leg out. I'm looking at a screen, which is what the officials are looking at. And Zaninovic looks as if she just put her hand on it. Did she hold it? That's the question. Of course, that's not allowed, really. You're setting your opponent up for a kick.
No, holding is a foul, but I think that will be rejected, to be truthful. I don't think it was, you know, a grabbing hold as such. It might have just been a sweeping block, as it were.
I don't know if our director's going to give us another replay of that particular hold. That'd be, but I think we just saw the replay earlier on, and we think it's going to be rejected, and we are going to go into sudden death. Video review.
So it's rejected.
So both of them have used their video review cards, so both have gone. Now they can go and have a break, because now it officially is the end of the third period. And we are in to sudden death. Wow, Mike, that suddenly took off. How did, you know, this is typical Taekwondo. You get two periods where they dance around each other and poke the odd leg out and size each other up and down. And in the third period, you see the real action.
I think it's, you know, a 2-point lead at that stage in the latter half of the third round is not enough to secure a win.
Yeah.
And the Thai player played a good kick to the head, gets the lead. Zananovic, very calm, takes a point back, and we're into golden point or sudden death.
Golden point, just to explain, first person to score wins. Simple as that. 1 point, punch, kick, whatever way. Or if you're unlucky, 2 kyun goes against you.
That's right, yeah.
Which can also, you get one chance, you get one yellow card, but if it turns into a red, that's a point to your opponent. Here we go. Sudden death. 2 minutes. And off they go. Zaninovic led 2-0 going into that third period, but a head kick from Wang Tin. Chinese Taipei. This is in the balance. What way do you think, Mike? What are you looking at here?
I think Zananovic will try and come off the back leg, lead off the front leg. There you go, off the back leg. She's going to cut to the body.
She scored 3 points that way so far, hasn't she? 3 standard leg kicks.
3 good points. I think she's got a better defence, so I think that she'll probably play that each time. Maybe sometimes she'll jab that left leg out to try and score straight away. I thought she was going to do it for us then as well. Covered the body, well covered, no risk at all.
There was a chance there, wasn't there? And Zaninovic just got her arms in the way.
Well, she covered well. It was really, she could see that one coming in. She's definitely going for that strategy of coming off the back leg.
1:12 to go. We're halfway through. No one scores. We're going to have the referee's decision for superiority. This is like the referee's decision in boxing, really. All the officials will come together and decide between them. Less than a minute to go now.
I think we'll get the point. I think we will. Zananovic is trying to push it to the end of the court now, trying to drag out a Kyongo.
Yeah.
A warning. If she goes off the blue area in the mats, then she'll get a warning. But she's coming back, fighting back into the centre now.
Yep, 30 seconds to go. Well, we saw it earlier with Wang Tinglin. She put all her energy into that final period. She got a 3-pointer.
Less than 30 seconds left.
We're really getting into the business end now. 30 seconds. Who's going to make the move?
Great shot. Headshot.
A headshot's given.
It was quite low, actually. The Taipei player was quite low down. She went for the body take, went up high, scored the headshot. 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points. It will go down as 4-3 in the title, in the record books. But it's 6-3 as far as we're concerned. What a victory for Zaninovic. And a headshot in the end. And Wang Tinglin, actually, she dropped her head down, didn't she? She almost went down into the foot. It was quite strange.
It was really, because I would say, you know, I thought she was going to come off the back leg. The Croatian was going to come off the back leg and score to the body. As it was, the Taipei player, their head was so low that he actually scored the headshot. Yeah.
Well, that was a really entertaining first bout. I just hope the rest are as good as them. The officials are going to swap over. We have 50 countries here. It just shows how worldwide Taekwondo is, isn't it, Mike?
Well, yeah, it's one of...
Now referees are returning to the crowd. The weight category 49 kilogram. Blue, Kana Soroka, Ukraine. The WTF Olympic ranking number 32.
49 келі салмақ дәрежесінде көк бұрышқа Сорока Ганна шығады Украина. WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 32.
The red, Jae Kim, Korea. The WTF Olympic ranking 25.
Қызыл бұрышқа Jae Kim, Корея. WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 25.
Here we go. Ghana, Soroka, the second semi-final. They are not holding back at all here. In fact, they're all going quite crazy. The referee's already called them out. And here we go for the second semi-final. No messing around. It seems as if, they're almost as if someone's got a bus to catch here. And now they're going to just check the vest. You know, Mike, tell us what's going on here.
With each of the PSS, that they have to be scored. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, with the PSS scoring system, it has to be registered, so the points as the register on kicks are sent directly to the computer so that you can see it instantaneously. So here we're just doing a PSS check, protective scoring system check to make sure that it's registered. It is. It's fine.
The first
And then away.
Бірінші раунд.
Chris, can you come over here? Here we go, second semi-final. And we absolutely raced through there. I don't know if these guys are in a rush or if they're paid for their time or whatever, but it's the second semi-final, and Ghana Soroka, world ranked
32.
32 up against Kim Jae, world ranked number 25. Early stages of this one. The big result here for Ghana Soroka in their past results, which I don't think we managed to get on the screen. They were going so quickly. Beat Yasmina Aziez, the world ranked number 5 in the quarterfinal. In the quarterfinal, yes. So a fantastic result there for Ghana Soroka. And well, based on that alone, you know, say she's a girl on form here from the Ukraine.
I wouldn't underestimate the potential for the Korean to get this match. There's a lot of Korean athletes, very, very high standard, and just because that she's not world ranked, she might have. With Koreans, the biggest challenge is selection in the first place, actually getting into the Korean national team.
Yeah.
So the opportunity to score the points might not have been there presented as much. So the Korean girl, although ranked lower, sorry, only ranked slightly higher.
Yeah.
I think is the favourite here.
Yeah, you don't get many bad Koreans, do you? That's for sure.
Not really.
Not at international level, yeah.
No.
If they've reached this far. So she may be ranked in the 30s, but she's going up for sure. Well, Soroka's currently leading, 1-0. Just coming towards the end of the first period, and just as we saw in semi-final number 1, it's 1-0 to blue, and another one of those little tactical affairs, isn't it? Like, you know, the thing is, you see these players sometimes in earlier rounds, and they really launch in and get stuck in, and they win a match 15-11. And we were talking a little bit earlier about that as a coach. You know, there's a little bit of a situation here, isn't there? That, you know, they basically you know, this is a big semi-final, big final. There's a lot of points for Rio 2016 up for grabs, and so they can get a little bit nervous and tense.
I wouldn't say so much nervous, it's more cautious. It's very, very cautious. If you make a mistake against a serious player, they're going to penalise you for it. They're going to punish you for that. So you're less likely to throw risky kicks so that you're not risking being countered.
Well, we've got a crane here giving us lots of shots from above and unusual angles. I don't think I've seen that before in Taekwondo. It's a bit of an innovation here from Kazakh sport.
Well, we did use it in 2012, not quite as artistically as this team is doing.
Yes, this crane's getting right onto the court actually at times. I've been wondering, I've seen a few incidents in the past. I don't want to tempt Providence here, but I've seen a few incidents in other sports where athletes have actually hit the crane. A good attempt to kick there from Kim Jae, but nothing came of that. It's still 1-0 to blue. And the crowd building up very nicely here in Astana. They've come to have a good night out. I think so far the girls are anything but that first semi-final are really providing it. And we've got the heavyweights to come, which are always a good start to a competition as well, aren't they? To see the heavyweights.
Oh yes, very contrasting game. It's a completely different game. It's different movement, range, speed, power. You find the 49 athletes are very tactical. They're leading off the left leg, off the lead leg, using the left leg.
Oh, that was so close to a head kick there on blue.
The Ukrainian, because she's got the height disadvantage, has got to get inside that range, and obviously sometimes moving in, she's going to put herself at danger.
Yeah, although Blue's leading 1-0, you feel that Red's sort of in the driving seat, don't you, tactically? She's sort of dominating the rallies at the moment. Yeah,
the Korean's not actually going up for the headshots as yet, which I would have expected to do with the height advantage that she has. Surikova working her way in there, covering nicely when the Korean counter kicks.
Yep. 30 seconds to go. Still that single body shot from earlier on. She'll be happy to just hold on there.
She will, but obviously, exactly like the first match, it's not going to guarantee any safety or security there.
Yeah. Well, Zaninovic will be in the changing room, possibly watching this on one of the many screens that are around the arena here.
I'm sure she will be, yeah.
And you know, she'll be probably looking just to pick up something on her opponent, maybe a little bit of a weakness coming into the last 10 seconds.
I think she'll be quite pleased with this, to be honest. I think she's she knows tactically she's stronger than these girls.
Yeah. And there we go. So 1 point to 0 after 2 periods, and I think we can safely predict there's going to be a fair few more scores in the third period as both athletes start to really let it go. And you know, this Korean player, just looking at her here from the side off camera, she looks as she's got plenty of energy to give. I'm sure she's not going to hold up in that third period.
No, I think towards the end of the last round that we'll see her actually taking the headshots, combination kicks as well. Right now she seems to be holding back.
Yeah.
The Ukrainian girl nearly scored with a very good back kick, counter back kick, which is worth 2 points. So the Korean will be aware of that, be more cautious that she doesn't get countered, but it's anybody's match at this stage.
Yeah. No, nice bit of rock music, getting everybody in the mood in the crowd here. It really has been a great day of competition. We've seen some brilliant bouts so far. It really has been quite special. And here we go for the third
headshot, 3 points, first kick.
Well, we did say she'd got energy to burn. She came out straight away. There you go. Thank you very much. I like it when things go right.
They're working to the script today.
Yeah.
And again, goes up for the headshot and scores it.
And another one. Oh, she's like a kid in a sweet shop here. Oh, she's just taking her handy as it comes.
There's that counter back kick from Ukraine, like we said there. So it's going according to how we spotted it, really. So I'm quite pleased about that.
It's not often the commentators get it absolutely spot on, but this is one where we've done our job. 6-1 to China. Now the onus is on the other girl. Now it's the Soroka who's got to do something. And the thing is, she doesn't, look at that shot. There's quite a height difference, isn't there?
It's not just that. The Korean is now confident that she can take the headshots as well. So Zurikova's really got the counter back kick, but she's got to go in there and attack. And the counter kick's no good when you need to. There she goes for it. Doesn't score it, but it was nice.
Yeah, she's got to get stuck in now. No holding back.
Less than a minute to go.
Gana Soroka of the Ukraine. 50 seconds, and Korea will be happy just to play this one out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a nice lead.
That's quite incredible. It just shows how Taekwondo, you can just get such a change from 1 minute to the next. 2 headshots within the space of 10 seconds there, wasn't it? And
well, it was this, the actual game's been as developed. Taekwondo is a sport that's always moving forward. So going back to the late 90s, it was 1 point for a kick, punch, kick to the head or anything. And then the game started to develop. We realised that better techniques needed to be rewarded more. And so steadily they've increased it to the stage where it is now, where the spinning kick to the head scores 4 points and the head kicks 3 points. So it's rewarding strong, well, braver techniques really, and better, more exciting play.
yeah. Well, this one looks as if it's in the bag for Kim Jae. It's 4 seconds to go. She's just going to defend it away. And, well, Ganna Soroka possibly has learnt a little lesson there. She possibly didn't expect that the Korean was really going to come out so much. And she's won that comfortably by 6 points to 1.
I'd be interested to see if she plays slightly different when she goes in against Alinovic, whether she takes those headshots a little bit sooner.
Yeah. Well, the athletes exit stage here. And the officials coming out for the next round, the next match.
Now referees are entering to the court.
And the next category. So next semi-final, it's the female plus 67 kilogram. These are the heavyweights. And we've got the male heavyweights to follow. And this is where we're going to get a lot more power. I've seen some of them as some really big guys in the men's heavyweight competition. Here's blue. Jacqueline Sanchez.
Olympic ranking number 25.
67 жоғары салмақ дәрежесінде көк бұрышқа Galloway Sanchez Jacqueline Rose. WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 25 Америка құрама штаты.
The red, In-Chong Lee, Republic of Korea, in the WTF's Olympic ranking number 6.
Қызыл бұрышқа Ли Ин-Чон, Корея. WTF олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 6.
Well, here's the past results for Jacqueline Sanchez on screen. Two very comfortable wins.
The first match was actually against Anne-Caroline Graf from France, who's the #1 seed, so that's a great victory for the American.
Yes, what a great result. We'll talk about that in a second, Mike. There's the scores. Again, a little bit closer. Some high-scoring ones there over Furkan and Zheng. The athletes come together. And Robert Sperano
Is begin.
of
Бірінші раунд.
Italy, yes. Just trying to read that without my glasses on.
That's a great referee, an old friend of mine. Been over to Italy a few times with him. Leon Jing scores a point immediately. Counter into the body.
Yeah, we've just seen a Korean win very comfortably in the last semi-final.
Well, Leon Jong, I would say, is the favourite on paper, definitely for this one, but the American has come up with some surprise results today.
Well, beating the world #1 and Caroline Graf of France in the first round was absolutely a shocker there. And she's earned her right here to come up against the world #6 in this semi-final. Still early days, and again, just a little bit tactical. We've seen it so far in the first two semi-finals, and particularly with women's taekwondo, they do tend to sort of hold back a little bit in the early on and just let it develop, and then really sort of get stuck into it in the third. And it's just quite tactical at the moment. You see the Koreans just saying to the American in blue, she's almost inviting her in, isn't she? Really, she's doesn't look as if she's looking to attack.
That's it. I mean, they raise the front leg there and they're trying to jab it out to score a point. It's similar to the boxer's jab, really, but to the body. And then they'll normally come off the back leg to try and go high, or she's leaning away there trying to score high from that position. Yeah, so both athletes normally will kick off the lead leg. There's warning there for blue for pushing. Kyungo.
Yes, the American, still early days though, for Jacqueline Galloway Sanchez.
And the equalises, gets a point back.
And there she goes, yes. No problems at all here.
Notice the rear hand's going quite high, so she's covering, so expecting the headshot.
Yeah.
So she's covering that quite well. And she goes in again, gets a second point to the body. Oh. Very sharp kick to the body.
She's definitely really got some sharpness about her, hasn't she? And there's 2-all. Yep, back to 2. She beat, in that match against Caroline Graf, it was actually golden point. It was 1-1. And the golden point took it, so 2-2 after the first period. This is pretty entertaining. I'm really enjoying this, Mike. This is a really interesting battle.
I think the American team is re-emerging. For so long it's been dominated, rightly so, by the Lopez family. But the coaching staff has recently been developed with Patricia Remarks there, who's the one of the new league coaches. And Juan Moreno is another American coach, and of course Jean Lopez. So you've got a very good coaching team and a new structure in America, which is producing and bringing forward, developing these new athletes. Korea, always traditionally strong taekwondo nation.
Just looking at a few replays here from that first period.
The fighting style is not that different actually from the 49 players in the females. I think you see a lot more contrast between in the male divisions. But again, it's that check off the front leg, leading the left leg in there.
The second round is beginning.
Here we go. Second period is underway. Jacqueline Galloway Sanchez of the United States in blue, and Lee In-jong of Korea in red. And pretty even first period for sure. Both players have certainly shown each other that they've got the ability to score freely.
There goes the headshot, misses.
That was so close.
Alon, and one of the corner judges is appealing, saying that...
Right, well, the judge says, one of the judges saw that as a headshot.
He's indicated to the referee will call him in, and they'll also, the judges should very quickly say whether they scored it or not. And it should be one word each, really. Should be no debate. That's it. That's very good refereeing. I don't expect anything different.
Yep, nothing given.
Too soon, though. He shouldn't have started that match then. The judges weren't even back in the seats. I think, like you said, everybody seems keen to
I know.
really get on with this today.
I don't know what's going on here today. Maybe they just like things done quickly in Kazakhstan. We don't know.
This is it.
But it was interesting because that judge had exactly the same view we did, that we're watching it from. And it looked as if it could have been. But the two other judges had a much different angle, and they saw that the foot went down the side.
I think that because his position, the corner judge's position, is slightly lower, I think he would have looked up at it, and it could have looked like that. But the other judges would have had a clear, a clearer view.
Yeah. So overruled 2-1 there, that judge. And here we go again. I'm sure the video review card would have been out anyway, so. Oh, now that is a that's a headshot for sure. And it's 5-2 to the United States. There's no doubt about it. Nearly took her helmet off.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely no doubt about that one.
There's lots of discussion in Taekwondo now where the kick to the head can score with the faintest of touches, but that was a good old-fashioned kick in the head.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 5-3, one back for Ling Jong here. This has been really interesting. Taekwondo, the attack on top. And, well, she'll get a... Can go for that.
A little bit harsh.
Yeah, I know it's it's considered automatic, but surely if you've been pushed down by your opponent.
No, it's if you go to the floor, that's it. It is a. If you think of it as a match between two fighters, she actually had the position of strength by knocking her down to the floor, so it is valid. And she did just touch. It's harsh because she just touched for a fraction of a second. It didn't actually affect her match performance at all.
Well, there we go. End of period 2. And what a match this is. It's 5-3 to the United States in blue. Jacqueline Galloway with that superb headshot. I'm sure we're going to see that on a replay in a second. And, well, she was almost like, one of the, her helmet just totally turned her about 30 degrees and she had to straighten it. There was no doubt about it. Here we see it again. There you go. Get that helmet back straight again. Coach is pretty happy about that.
That one. Yeah.
The coach was definitely happy about that.
Again, the Americans attacking well, she's scoring well, but 2-point advantage over Korea going into the last round isn't by no means secure.
No, for sure.
But Sanchez definitely here to fight. It's a good thing sometimes less experienced opponents can get intimidated, especially when they're playing against Korea. But
2 minutes to go now, and well, we just saw in the last match, in the last semi-final, we saw there that the Korean had 2 headshots in no time at all, and there's no doubt she's a class act here. This really is, and she's down again.
Can't go there. That'll be 2 Kyungos.
Yep.
It's a point to blue.
Second Kyungo.
I think we'll see the Korean going with the axe kick now, coming down to the head, or chopping kick. Taking up to try and get those headshots, I think.
6-3 to blue. I think the scoreboard operator is getting a little bit too keen there.
Yeah. We've also got this camera, which the viewers can't see, but it's quite low on the crane.
Well, the picture you're looking is actually from the and another Kyungo goes to blue there. So now it's 6-4. Not sure it's what that was particularly for.
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching. I was watching that crane that was on the heads.
Korea putting the pressure on here now. You can see there's definitely been a change in this particular bout now. Korea are pushing harder. They're 2 points down. They need to be a headshot. And
that last minute, we'll see axe kick coming in. I'm sure that we'll start seeing straight kicks that are coming down towards the face.
Yeah. Well, we've seen from Lee Jong before, she's very able to open up those legs and get that chopping movement down directly, which is virtually indefensible. Here we go, it's last 46 seconds on the clock.
The American's starting to look a little bit tired.
Yeah.
She's been a bit defensive.
She's defending hard here, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's got a 2-point lead. There's no Kyungos in operation at the moment, so she can even afford to go down one and just waste a bit of time that way.
Well, actually, she wouldn't waste time because the clock doesn't stop. The clock is stopped instantaneously if they stop the match, as it were. But Korea needs to be doing something now.
24 seconds. Korea still pushing hard, trying to hunting for the headshot. Didn't get it.
Well.
That was great covering, wasn't it?
It was,
Beyond
got both hands up there.
We've got a Kyung-go given there against Korea, and
no, it's the trump protector's come undone at the bottom there.
Yep.
So he stopped the game.
Yep, Kyung-go has been given.
So it was. You're right.
And we're going to have right. And this is a chance for. Actually, I think if you're Jacqueline Sanchez's coach, you'll be very happy seeing that, because now she's got a chance to rest. There's 19 seconds on the clock.
It'll be saying cover the head. Don't let us go to the head.
Yeah.
That's it.
She's just going to look for this headshot. She had another pop just a few seconds ago. The clock is running. And this would be a great victory here for the world number 25 over the world number 6. See the action.
This is it.
The clock's running down.
Closing down well. Another point to Korea, 2 points in that.
4 seconds. Clock's running. She'll be happily taking the Kyungo for that one because time is going to run out. And Jacqueline Sanchez has taken the semi-final, the result of her life. She's made it through to the final here. What an incredible result. Mike.
Well, the Ukraine just didn't get the headshots. That one headshot really in the second round made all the difference. That's a great result. It's a great result for USA.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
I think a lot of countries will be sitting up and taking notice that the United States are now re-emerging again as a Taekwondo power.
Now referees are entering to the court. The weight category is 67 kilogram. We invite the blue, Lee Donghua, China, in the World Taekwondo Federation's Olympic ranking, number 14.
67 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша көк бұрышқа Ли Донгхуа шығады. Қытай WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 14.
We invite the red, Simon Alamo Rosana from Spain, in the WTF's Olympic ranking, number 11.
67 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесінде қызыл бұрышқа Симон Алама Розана, Испания, WTF олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 11.
Here's Rosanna Simon Alomo. Comfortable 8-1 result over the Kazakhstan, local Kazakhstani, but a very tight win over and that's a good win. The world number 2 dispatched in the quarter-final. As for Lee Donghua, well, she had a big one, a big 4-2 victory in the quarter-final against the Olympic gold medalist and semi-finalist in Grand Prix number 1. Malika Mandic. Referee for our match, Abdulreza Bahari from Iran. Well, no messing about here, Mike.
Don't ask me to call this one, Adrian.
We've really had a great time with it, haven't we?
Yep.
Here's the world number 14 against the world number 11. World number 14 in blue. And Lee Donghua and Simon Alama Rosana, which from Spain.
Well, it's two powerhouse nations, China and Spain. Spain dominant in Europe for many years. Yeah. From the mid-90s onwards, and China, you know, an emerging force that are really, you know, because of the Olympic impact, have done so well. You know, prior to Beijing in 2008.
Yep. A little bit tactical again. It usually happens, doesn't it? First early periods, just sizing each other up, looking at your opponent. Like, you know, when you go into a bout like this, you know, do you spend a bit of time just sizing up your opponent, seeing what their armour is, seeing what they've got?
Oh, totally, yeah. I think it's at this level, then you've studied most of your opponents. You'll know they'll be watching video, film of everybody in this category, really.
Can go there to red. And there's some real attack coming in there from the Chinese athlete, Li Donghua. She's both these athletes, very similar heights, very similar builds. There's not going to be much between them, is it? This is a good Taekwondo battle, isn't it? This is, you know, there's nothing physical. It's down to total skill and ability now.
I think what you see is a very, very tactical game. I think sometimes people tune into Taekwondo expecting something like a kickboxing match or a martial arts film, but it's more like a tactical, a very physical game of chess.
Yeah.
You know, and really you've got to think before you move in this.
Chess can be quite physical at times, though, but not as much as this. There's a little banding up of the blue. Just about 10 seconds to go. It's been quite a quiet little affair.
The Chinese player, the Spanish player tends to lean onto the back leg, take the weight on the back leg, looks to score off with the front leg, which is quite a defensive style.
Yeah.
China's going to hold on for a little bit. She won't attack too much just yet. Being cautious about the counter kicks.
Well, there we go. First period 0-0. In fact, I think the Spanish athlete is wearing a top that's got Ukraine written on the back of it. I think she's got so far in the competition, she possibly hasn't got a spare top.
No, it is a Spain. It's Spain. Yes, it is. Yeah. It's the Spanish.
Are you sure?
Spanish uniform.
Oh, sorry.
Like
no, I mean the Chinese athlete. Sorry, I'm mixing up there. The blue athlete looks as if she's got a Ukraine on the back. We'll have a little look at that in a second.
That's what I didn't notice.
Here's the replays.
Yes,
oh, no,
China.
it is China. There you go. It's just angular letters that's put me off.
That's it.
A couple of highlights here from the first. You can see both players looking for attack. Both of them appealing for a point there.
Well, when the Spanish player comes off the front leg, digs in off the back, comes off the front leg, then the back kick is a good counter option for attack.
Yeah.
I think we'll see more back kicks from China, and again, we'll see the kicks. I think China will start to go high more often.
1-0 after the first period. Not a lot to write home about. Both players cancelling each other out a little bit there. But now we'll develop this a little bit. China did have a good competition at the Grand Prix #1 in Suzhou. And from here on, we go to Manchester for Grand Prix #3 towards the end of October, and then the Grand Prix finals in Mexico in December, all of which will be live streamed and also live on TV all around the world. It's these sports are truly multinational. 50 countries here in Kazakhstan. And of course, this isn't an open event either, is it? This is these are events for the best of the best, so it's invite only.
No, this is the best level of competition that we see outside of the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
The World Championships are much bigger, but at the same time you have weaker, smaller nations, developing nations coming through.
Yeah.
The gaps are not as big as they were, to be truthful. As teams learn more, more technology and sport is used and things. So the gap isn't. You don't really see the big whitewashers that we used to see, but these are the best athletes.
Yeah. So far, period 2 going pretty much the same way as period 1. That's a good kick there, unlucky. Li Donghua.
That's good defence. It was good defence. Chinese lucky not to get warning there for blocking with a leg. Now we see the headshot. She's going for the headshot off the back leg.
Just one warning so far. One can go against red, in the Spanish athlete. Launches in there, but easily defended by China in blue. Simon Alamo. She actually won 1-0 in her quarter-final, so she's quite comfortable with low-scoring bouts. She won 8-1 in her earlier round, but that 1-0 was against Olga Ivanova, the world #2. And Li Donghua, of course, has put out the world #3 in Milika Mandic, so both these athletes have totally earned their right to be here tonight. When you've got the world number 2, world number 3 sat in the stands watching the match.
Well, absolutely.
You know,
of course, Milica Mandic was the gold medalist from London 2012 and an outstanding performer. So, yeah, very credible victories there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The points 0-0.
I think the crane there is actually in shot, so you can see where they're going with that.
That crane is certainly getting it. Yeah, just hope we don't have a little accident there. It is a bit of an innovation, but I hope the guy's done his health and safety course on that crane.
I think he's trying to hit the Chinese notification board there. He's so close to it.
So 0-0, but I think for the purist, it's the tactics. I think more enjoyable. In fact, our director didn't think there was any highlights in that particular round, and he might be right, actually.
I think we'll see it all in the last minute.
Yeah.
We'll, you know, I think there'll be, there might be an early point.
So here we go, third and final round.
China going for the headshot again.
Yeah, China having their. There's definitely a bit more energy here, and Li Dong has just hurt her left foot there. You see the pain. It is you can get some quite nasty little injuries with the feet here. As they're not wearing shoes or anything, that's just a little scoring pad on the foot, so you can, I'm sure you've seen the odd bad toe injury, and people bend toes back. It's pretty painful. Oh, well.
Second Kyungo against red, so that'll give the Chinese a 1-point lead now.
Yep. Simon Alamo is down. Automatic Kyungo. Point to blue. And as you know, they're cancelling each other out with their styles here, aren't they? They both seem, that could be the winning point in the match. But now at least Simon Alamo has got to do something about this now. She may have to put herself at risk a little bit here.
Good counter to the body there, not quite scoring.
Minute to go.
She's going for it now. That's it. You can almost see that minute countdown just about to start. Yeah. There's a headshot there.
Oh, and Spain
played for the headshot, just fell short.
Yeah. She's celebrating that, but...
well, that's to try and influence the judges.
Yeah.
She didn't actually believe it was a point, but she's just trying to influence the judges. Again, before we had video replay, that was quite a common tactic that we used to use.
Oh, we've got to stop here. Something's technically, the screen is suddenly says pause on it, and I think we have a technical.
It's the registration with the PSS. It stops as soon as there's an interference with the signal. Yeah. That warning comes up on the screen, so it's paused. The corner judges bring it to the attention of the referee, because obviously he's watching the athletes. He's firstly and foremost concerned with their safety.
Now, in the bad old days, there was in fact, this looks like an official's handset that isn't communicating, so it's not an athlete, it's actually an official. But bad old days of not so many years ago, perhaps there was occasions where actual vests stopped communicating and people didn't realise until after the bout was over, and that's thankfully been stopped now, and they've really moved on to a next level of technology. Yeah,
it was pre-Olympics 2012 that sort of technology really was developed to a fine point for London 2012. And obviously there was that system failure. Oh, headshot up there, headshot.
Oh. And she it's 2. She's been given 2 though. Now, yes, the officials are going to say, no, hold on a minute. There was only 1 headshot there.
Well, I saw 1, but there was quite a combination of movements, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see the replay on here as well. If the replay comes on. The referees are just discussing it.
Yeah, the PSS scoring system we were talking about, that was introduced. Then scored an extra point. It was a reverse kick. It was a reverse kick. That's what they're disputing. So there's 2 they scored, so 2 kicks.
That was a 7-point. It's 8-1. 8-1.
Another Kyungo against red. She's 30 seconds left.
This is all over, isn't it? Yeah. Well, what an incredible 7 points scored in that one particular movement. I really look forward to seeing that, hopefully, at the in the highlights afterwards. But there's a head kick from red.
No video replay. I'd have thought they'd have called that. Yes, he's done it. He's appealing. Spanish
coach is up here like a shot, and he's going to have that one reviewed. And it looked like a head kick all over to me.
Well, reverse kicks will be 4-pointer if he has gone.
Kingo's been given as well to against red, so it's now gone to 9-1.
The red ring is for video replay.
And we have a video review, which...
if it scores, it'll be 4 points, 9-5, 20 seconds, just over, well, just less than 20 seconds. So there's still an opportunity for the Spaniard to come back into this.
Oh, both players...
no, it's rejected. It's rejected.
Rejected, wow.
We'll have a look at that in the replays later, maybe.
Well, it looked like a head kick, but there you go. I don't think it really matters, because even with a win there, that would have still been... oh. It still would have been 9-5. It's 9-1 now, and this bout is all over. Comfortable win for China as we get into the last 10 seconds. Spain are putting in a bit of a ferocious... But there you go, 0-0 after 2 periods, and it all happens again in the third, doesn't it?
In the last minute of the third round as well.
I think Chinese athlete happy to accept a Kyungo there for going out the court, but it's all over. 9-1 to China. And Li Donghua absolutely stormed that one in the third period. She was holding back all the way.
The winner is blue, Li Donghua from China.
Li Donghua.
Canelo.
Now referees are entry to the court. The heavyweight 80 plus kilogram win by the blue Ndaye Mbar from France.
80 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша көк бұрышқа Ndaye Mbar, Франция, WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 2-ші.
In the WTF's Olympic ranking, number 2. Red, Arman Marshall Silla from Belarus. In the WTF's Olympic ranking, number 31.
80 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша қызыл бұрышқа Силла Арман Маршалл, Беларусь, WTF олимпиадалық рейтингінде нөмірі 10.
Past results here for Silla. Comfortable wins in all 3 rounds. No problem whatsoever. And Leonardo Basili winning. And here's Mbar Ndaye, who had 2 very comfortable wins. In fact, comfortable wins for everybody here. The world number 2, Mbar Ndaye, enters the rink. Our referee, he's just out giving the cards to the officials, collecting the video review cards, which he will give out. It's good to see that they're taking their time a little bit now. They were definitely, I thought there was a party going on tonight that everybody was trying to rush out for, but they're going. Here's our official, Roland Geo Campos of the Philippines.
So you weren't invited to the party then, Adrian? Sorry about that.
So here we go. This is the men's heavyweight semi-finals, and these are the big guys. And they are big. If you stand next to them, there's no doubt about that. Well, this is going to be an interesting bout indeed. And Dai, world ranked number 2. Silla, world ranked number 31. And he beat Yasin Chebelsi in an earlier round by 8 points to 4. World ranked number 5 Chebelsi. I certainly remember him from, there's just a little technical issue here. One of our technicians just running out. I think there's a disconnect between.
That should be okay.
The best, yeah. They're just
double checking the screen, yeah. Yep,
I think it looks good. And here we go. Men's heavyweight semi-final, number 1. And Ndai from France in the blue, and Silla from Belarus in the red.
Frenchman's a European silver medalist and has picked a lot of points up at the in G1 series events all across the globe. In Farage and Egypt, he won the gold medal there. So very active, successful competitor this year.
Yeah. Now, one thing also worth considering is that we see a few little slow starts. They're feeling each other up, just trying to weigh each other up, and at the end of the day, they've also had 3 pretty tough matches. So these are, it's not as if they're quite fresh. They've had 3 hard matches to get here.
I think that is it's a very valid point. Going a headshot there from Franceman, didn't quite get through. It's a very valid point, but in World Championships, they'll probably have 7, 8, or even 9 matches during the course of the day. So it's. It is an elite performing competition, this one, so it's not about the number of athletes that they're beating, it's the quality that you've got to consider. And this is it. And for a 31 ranked athlete, he's got no fear. This guy's straight in here for Belarus. He's going for the headshots, very strong, very fast. He's not too bothered about what the ranking points say.
Yeah. In fact, fair play to the Frenchman there, because Ndai had an opportunity to force his opponent out, and he didn't push. You notice that he didn't push his opponent out the ring. He could have done that, but decided not to. And I think as this court is virtually circular, I think we can call it a ring now, can't we?
Well, we used to call them rings, yeah.
It used to be called a ring, but it was square, and I used to get confused with that. Now I think we really can call it a ring.
Oh, headshot! Oh, headshot! Headshot!
And
where did that come from?
He was after seconds as well, but he gets his 3 points for the initial headshot, and certainly he was going for another 3 points there. And that sometimes,
and again, straight up off the front leg into the face.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And this is why he's a top-ranked athlete in this category. Where the hell did those kicks come from? Honestly,
I know. It was just, you don't see often such speed at heavyweight level, and he's got it.
No, that's brilliant.
That is incredible speed there. So Anbar Ndai 6-0, and he was looking for more there.
I think we'll see more. I think we'll see more. I think those headshots will have shaken the Belarusian athlete now. He was coming in fearless before, but I think realistically the speed of those headshots was devastating.
So here we go, period number 2. We got a little pause on the screen again, so something technically is just upsetting the officials. I'm not sure what.
They're doing a test on the number 2 judges.
Yeah,
control.
Here he comes. They've all got, just explain this, Mike. They've all got little controllers in their hand, and they press buttons on what they thought. The actual headshot situation is the judges have to.
The judges score the headshots. The judges score bonus points for the rotating shots to the body as well. So that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 of the judges have to score it within a second of each other for the point to actually count.
Yeah.
So if the transmitter's not working properly, then obviously the scores can't go on the board, and it's not a fair result. So they've got to change it round so that the system's working.
Yeah.
The crane's right in again there. If the referee moves back, he's going to bump his head.
Yeah. Shall we have a bet on this? Here we go, second period. And
wow,
he's
that
just
left leg up to the head.
That left leg is absolutely fine. Mohamed Cho and his opponent, Kusiev, are watching this in the changing rooms back there. I think they're both making a mental note that that left foot is absolutely lethal.
I think you'll know that Cho knows all the French players inside and out. He's based with the French for a while.
Yeah.
You know, his nationality is British. And he was dual nationality, so he actually was part of the French system for quite a while. This came back after London 2012. Had tremendous success, more success in my time with Great Britain.
Yeah.
But he's fully aware of what these French athletes are capable of doing.
Well, that'll be Mohamed Cho and his opponent, Jasur Kusiev, are up next. Meanwhile, this one.
Video replay appeal coming from the Belarusian coach.
So the Belarusian coach just has noticed something here. Got a decent crowd in the stands enjoying this action. And not sure what this was for. Well, we might get a replay coming up shortly. What do you think, Mike?
Honestly, I don't know.
I didn't see
anything.
That's why I asked you.
we were talking about the French guy and the speed that was coming up and everything, so I didn't see anything. Essentially,
yeah.
Hopefully we'll see this in there.
So we've got a red video review, and I'm afraid our expertise we can't actually help you. There's an attempt by, I'm looking at the judges' screens, and there's an appeal for a headshot. There was a red leg, very high.
It's very optimistic. Rejected straight away.
Oh, no messing. Completely rejected. Oates, yeah, immediately. So no video review card left now for red. And that's, well, he's 6-0 down. And sometimes you need that video review card. This is the frustrating thing. If you do waste it and you actually do get a headshot later that doesn't count, you can't use it later.
Yeah, it is a risk. You have to play it sensibly. Red's going up for the headshots now.
Yep.
He's taken 1 point back and he's sort of really moving better now. But
yeah, he's upped his game, hasn't he? There's a little bit more energy in here. And of course, there's no point saving yourself for a final. If you're 6-1 down, you might as well put it all in.
Yep.
Hope that the other two batter each other, and you know, and it's the walking wounded in the final.
I don't think technically we can say batter each other. I think that might be
have a very hard contest. I think we all know what I meant.
Oh, goes for the reverse turning kick for the 4 points. Doesn't hit, catches the Frenchman's shoulder.
Now you've got to take your hat off here to Siller. He's much lower ranked than his opponent, but he's shown he's got all the shots, hasn't he?
I've been very impressed with him all day, really have. And you know, I thought he stood quite a good chance coming into this because I've not actually been able to see the Frenchman, but I'm really impressed by him with that front leg off the left. It's phenomenal speed.
Yep.
And the thing is, with these heavyweights, you forget how much power is actually in those movements. You know, there is so much strength in these.
So 6-1 to blue in this first semi-final. Just one more semi-final to go. We're over the halfway stage. And then 3 more finals to come.
I think it's just worthwhile mentioning that both these male heavyweight athletes have got female coaches, which shows the the mix of male-female in Taekwondo. It's one of those sports where you will get female officials in the matches. You know, it really is truly a sport for all, especially with para Taekwondo being developed now, and hopefully going to be a Paralympic sport at some stage. The French coach there, Myriam Bavrel from France, obviously. She's the Olympic coach in under 2012.
So here we go. And the third and final period of this men's heavyweight semi-final. And Ndai looking very comfortable. Another point for the Frenchman.
They get Kyongo for the note. Just like that. Thought he might have got Kyongo there for holding, but he wasn't given.
Yeah. Siller certainly made a good account of himself there in that second period. You feel he's just lost a little bit of energy now. had a little pop, nothing really came of it, and he's going to have to make a move soon. 6 points down. He can't leave that until the last 10 seconds. Needs to make a move, then recover and try again. He's gone for the head kick.
Tried there, 2 kicks to the head, unsuccessful, but nice attempts, very nice attempts.
Just coming up with a minute to go.
The French player's gone very tactical. He's going to hold back now unless he sees the opening. He'll go on the counter. He won't be attacking. He's saved himself for the final now.
Yeah. And he's just get a good view of his face there. And Silla certainly, he's got that resigned look about him already. He realises with less than a minute to go, he's going to give it a go.
I think he's not got through with the headshots that he did in the earlier matches, and I think that's frustrated him. And he's running out of options, really. He's also much tired of the Frenchman. Seems much stronger, he's moving much faster. Gets a Kyongo now for going down to the floor, though.
Yeah, and Dai's off. The clock stops. Well, that's hardly going to buffer him.
Still got
7-2. Another Kyongo there for Blue. Oh, good attempted kick there, but it's 20 seconds to go, and this has been, those 2 headshots in early on was so, caught his opponent by surprise, really.
The car was always by surprise. I'm watching it, caught him by surprise. The low kick there.
That's a painful one.
No, it's not been given as a low kick. The referee said he's got to continue.
I don't think he's wasting time with 10 seconds to go.
He gives that's strange. He's given the warning for the low kick.
He's hardcore, this referee. Continue. Oh, another attempt. He's just been so close, hasn't he? There's been a few of those where the head kick's just missed by a fraction from red on blue.
Oh, and the Frenchman goes up left again. Yep,
another final attempt. But that one has gone to France. And Barton Dai wins by 7 points to 2. An absolutely wonderful performance from the Frenchman.
And now referees are entering to the court. The heavyweight category 80+ kilogram, win by the blue, Joe Mahama Abdul Fattah from the Great Britain. In the WTF's Olympic ranking number 4.
80 kelden жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша көк бұрышқа Joe Mahama Abdul Fattah, Ұлыбритания. WTF Олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 4-ші.
And the red, Jasur Baykuziev from Uzbekistan in the WTF Olympic ranking number 8.
80 kelden жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша қызыл.
Second semi-final, Jasur Baykuziev. 2 very tight wins there over Bodsic and Shokin. And here's Mohammed Cho of Great Britain, who's he had a very tight encounter, beating the Olympic champion in the quarter-final. I watched that bout very closely. Cho scoring a head kick with just the seconds to go, 5 or 6 seconds to go. It's an absolutely brilliant performance. In fact, since Cho started representing Great Britain, he's had a great time with it. He won in Manchester at the World Grand Prix finals in 2013. And was a losing semi-finalist in Grand Prix number 1 at Suzhou, China in 2014. So Mike, obviously you're a British coach, you're international coach in Great Britain, and you know, you watch these British athletes with a little bit of interest, and Cho really has come on the scene, you know, all guns blazing, hasn't he, for Great Britain?
He's dynamic. He's an exciting player to watch. He's a great personality. He's you know, a breath of fresh air for the sport. You know, he's absolutely great.
Lovely guy. And I remember in Manchester last year, his family were all in the stands. They were all lovely people. They had a great day out, and you know, and he came in and did some commentary with us as well, and he was absolutely superb, very intelligent indeed. And Cho, yes, he didn't score with that particular kick. He scored earlier on with a very early kick. And he's 1-0 up here. And Cho kicked over, and he'll receive a kyungo and accept that. And his belt seems to have come a little bit undone here and hanging low, but officials not calling up on that one.
It's actually the style that he wears it. It is lucky that he's got away with it, to be honest. He should be checked up in the equipment checks. It is long.
It's a little bit long, isn't it? It's certainly a trip hazard. we've got the crane, which is the head hazard. So far, it's very early on in this bout. And the officials, he's not going to be happy with this. This could be where we see a kyungo either side here for both athletes, not really attacking. They don't like this in Taekwondo. They need to see both athletes really going for it.
The thing is, even though they stood still, nearly up to the shoulder.
Great flexibility from Cho. Remember, these are the men's heavyweights. And that's going to tie it up. Kyungo against Cho, and now we're 1 apiece.
Yeah, even though they seem to be stood still, there's a lot of setting up of your opponents, little slight movements to try and entice them to do a kick so you can counter them. The movements to try and distract them so you can create an opening. So even when the players are still, there's still lots of things going on.
Yeah.
They're not switched off. They're not taking a breather. They're not taking a rest by any measure.
Yeah. I did see somebody stick a tongue out at his opponent doing that earlier, just to try something different and put him off. I don't think it made a major difference.
I can't say I saw that, to be honest. And
so, first period over, and it's 1 apiece here. And well, we're talking about Cho, you know, beating the Olympic champion in the quarter-final by 6-3. That was an absolute cracker. Well, Kusiev also, he beat Dmitry Shokin, who's world ranked in the 20s, and Shokin had beaten Cha Dong-min, world ranked number 3. So the world ranked number 3 went out of Kusiev's quarter of the draw.
yeah, that definitely was a shock. Cha Dong-min, I think, was lots of people's favourites for today.
Yep.
Outstanding career player.
In fact, only Obama is the man not here, world ranked number 2, 3, 4 and 5, all in this competition. And a couple of them not making it through. Cho, world ranked number 4. And here's period number 2.
I think Cho will be quite happy with this. The Uzbekistan's athletes' points have both come through kyungo, so he's not actually scored on Cho. He's not given anything away in that sense. Cho is cautious, but he was also capable of that very fast head kick as well.
Yeah.
Which he used in both his qualifying matches. Usually quite late on in the game as well, just to make it a little bit more exciting for everybody. Yeah,
Cho, a little bit of a shrug of the shoulders there. I think he feels he missed an opportunity, as Kusiev was just a little bit prone in that corner.
Goes in for the punch.
Good punch. He celebrates it, but the officials, I think there were 2 officials blindsided there. There are 3 officials at 60 degree at corners of the court. 120 degrees. My muscle's never strong. Still 1-1, just less than a minute to go. And unusually for the men's heavyweights, they're actually holding back a little bit here, Mike.
Cho's a very cautious player. He's capable of that last-minute headshot, and I think he'd be very, very comfortable. I think he feels like he's in control.
Yeah. Yeah, you enter the twilight zone of the last 10 seconds of the third period, and we saw it in the quarter-final. I watched that one very closely, and it was 3-3, and Cho just planted in a head kick in the last 10 seconds, and the Olympic champion left the arena. And that's how strong this competition is, that the Olympic champion isn't in the top set of seeds. He was, you know, he faced the world number 4 in the quarter-final. The Taekwondo really is some very strong categories here. Entering the last 10 seconds. This is the last semi-final, and so far it's been the one with probably the least action. They'll leave it at that. So 1-1 after period 1. No more score in period 2. And just having a look over at Cho's corner there. Just, you know, what do you think the coach is saying there, Mike?
I think he's saying, you know, watch him, be cautious as he's coming over the top there. He's probably also saying, look how smart I look in my shirt and tie. And Steve Jennings from Great Britain. Yes. Not somebody I've known Steve since he was a child, and I've never seen him in a shirt and tie before. So
what's happened to the GB tracksuit? I don't know what's going on.
Well, the rules state the coaches have been instructed they should wear wear smart shirt and tie. So Steve's done that. Great Britain, we always comply with the rules.
Yeah. Well, that's great to see. And here's the other coach. He's getting quite animated here. You know, you've got to say this is a really big chance here. You know, you've got, you know, world rank number 8, and he's through to a major semi-final, and a victory here is going to give him a big chunk of points.
You just ask him to wipe down the hogu there, because when they've had a drink, they tend to spill a little bit on the protector.
Yeah.
Can cause a foot to slip off and make less impact, so they just wipe it down there.
So here we go. 2 minutes to go. 1 apiece. And, well, you can be sure that both these athletes have got plenty of energy in them, because we haven't seen a lot of big movement so far. Certainly Cho had quite an energetic encounter in his quarter-final against Malfatti, the Olympic champion. Oh, he's hunting the head kick.
High, yeah. So Cho, we've seen that double kick that he does. And both kicks are capable of scoring, so he can pick 2 points very, very quickly. Sometimes it knocks him off balance, like he got Kyungo in the first round for it, but it's his trademark double kick there, which is really good. And then obviously the headshot.
Yeah.
Off front leg or back leg. And he has got a little bit of a size advantage over his Uzbek opponent, and I think he can use that to close down quite well.
Yeah.
I'd be quite pleased if I was coaching Cho now. I'd be feeling quite happy. Obviously, I'd like to see a few more points on the board, but I feel that he's quite comfortable here.
Just coming into the last minute, and well, will we see one of them crack and make a move? Of course, it's 1 apiece. There's no Kyungos out, and well, we're going to get a Kyungo there. So, Kusiev hits the floor, and 1 more Kyungo. Cho will be very aware of that. If he can put his opponent down once more later on.
I think they're going to get a caution for not inactivity here at this rate. That's 30 seconds gone. Strong kick by Cho to the body. Trying to steal a point. And goes in with a big punch.
Well, he tried to get the punch earlier.
Cho does score with punches, yeah. Incredibly strong punches, but he's not impressing the judges today.
Yep, 8 seconds to go, still 1 apiece. Oh, Cho gets the kick and a body shot. He goes down for Kyungo as well, and now 5 seconds to go. Cho's 1 ahead. He's defending this amazingly. Big shot in from by Kusiev, but Cho has taken it 2-1. What a weird way to finish a Taekwondo bout that was.
I think it was, you know, it comes across as anticlimactic, but I think that was a very well performed match. You know, saved himself for the Frenchman in the final. He'll be pleased with that. He'll be confident. He always looked in control all the way through there, Joe, really. And both semi-finals there going according to the seedings. So France, Great Britain in the final.
And now referees are entry to the court. Ladies and gentlemen, the weight category 49 kilogram. We will be starting the gold medal final.
Grand Prix халықаралық Taekwondo турнирінің финалын бастаймыз. 49 келі салмақ дәрежесі.
We invite the blue, Lucia Zaninovic from Croatia in the WTF Olympic ranking number 2.
49 келі салмақ дәрежесіндегі көк бұрышқа Люсия Занинович, Хорватия, WTF Олимпиадаға рейтингісі нөмір 2.
In the red, Jae Kim from Korea in the WTF Olympic ranking number 25.
49 келі салмақ дәрежесіндегі қызыл бұрышқа Ким Джея, Корея, WTF Олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 20.
Kim Jae of Korea. She's had 4 rounds so far, had a very comfortable 6-1 semi-final. Some pretty tight matches earlier on in there as well. And this should be a good bout. Here's Lucia Zaninovic, who we saw win on the golden point in her semi-final. That was a cracking first semi-final of the day. Our referee for this evening, for the first final, Anis Ibrahim Al-Atari. But he's game for a good contest tonight.
Oh dear.
You're old enough to understand that joke. Here we go. Final contest.
The first round is beginning.
And away we go. Oh, thanks, Mike. You've made me feel better. So we've seen both these athletes already in the semi-finals. Zaninovic was, you know, very, very tight and compact, but she had a bit of a scare, and she had a headshot against her. Eventually managed to tie it up, won it on the golden point. Korean athlete was 1-1 going into the third, and suddenly whacked in a head kick and ran away with it.
And that will make the difference in this match. If there is going to be a big difference, it will be the head kicks and if the Korean athlete gets through or not.
Yeah. So far, pretty careful. You can be sure that both athletes have watched the others' semi-finals, so there'll have been little notes taken. Like as an international coach, Mike, you know, you take notes on the opponent, won't you, and say, you know, she likes to do this particular move, and you know, just be careful of that. She seems very hot on that one. Well,
you study them before the match, like I say, if you can watch film, you will do, and then actually during games, like in the situation now, if you're coaching, you're going to be watching the opponent, look for those openings and try and create a, you know, you basically an extra pair of eyes on your opponent, seeing the weaknesses and openings, and hopefully that's one of the things that you'll be able to tell them at the break is, you know, have you seen this? If there's an opening here for you to take it.
Yeah.
So it's not just about coaching your player, but it's identifying the weaknesses in your opponent in that specific game and seeing if those have occurred before in previous matches.
Yeah.
The Korean's very cautious. He starts off like this in the semi-final as well.
Yeah.
And it is about those headshots, is whether she takes them up or not.
No, that's it. She seems to be one of these low-scoring athletes, and you know, with a very strong defence. But she must be certainly wary that the Korean's got the ability to flick out that headshot. There you see good defence from Zaninovic, because Kim came in and a foot was going up, but it's 0-0 after the first period.
Croatian athlete much more cautious in this final.
Yeah. Just looking at the Korean coach, he's very beautifully attired. I think he's going clubbing tonight, that's for sure. Very smart indeed. Certainly a nice thing to see. It's quite warm in here as well, that's for sure.
It is
there's
indeed.
there's quite a lot of people entered this building, and I don't think there's air conditioning here, so it's certainly getting a little bit hot and sweaty. 2 more finals to go. This is the female up to 49 kilogram category, so this is the lightest female weight that you'll see, and then we go from one extreme to the other because we've got the women's heavyweight and then the men's heavyweight finals, and that'll complete our action here this evening. 2 more days of action to go. Some big athletes. Looking at the draws for some of the future days, we've got some great action to come. Certainly well worth trying to catch that. Here we go for the second period. There's a stoppage here. There's an issue with the scoreboard, which you may have noticed on our screen. The scoreboard's currently showing the end of the first period. They've not been able to reset it to the second period, so...
yeah, two of the scoreboards are showing the action as it's happening rather than the scoreboard itself.
Yeah, I think they're resetting the clock here, and well, eventually we're back to go. Somebody forgot to press the button to say next period or something like that.
Well, actually, on the screens, you can see the action rather than the score. Was that the same as before?
Yeah, there's 2 screens showing live action, and then there's 2 screens with a scoreboard on, so quite unusual. So quite nice. So far, pretty much the same here in the second period. Kim Jae-ah, just she seems to be the one who was dominating a little bit more here. You know, if you were watching this match and you know, you said this is world number 2 against world number 25, you'd be thinking that it was the girl in red who was the world number 2.
Yeah,
it's actually the girl in blue. There's more of attackings coming from the Korean. This is a fascinating contest. Zaninovic is, as we said earlier, she's won everything. 3 times European champion concurrently. And she's won some big events. Oh, she's kicked over there. That will be a Kyungo. Caught off balance. Another one of those. Still early on. We're still only in the second period.
Yeah, Zaninovic is a very experienced athlete. She was bronze medalist from London 2012. She's very cautious. She hasn't come off the back leg like she was doing in the semi-final, so she's not looking for those points right now.
Yeah.
She's got a good tight defence to the body though, so it's hard for the Korean to get in there. But again, I'd expect her to start looking for more headshots.
Last 30 seconds. And it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment, which, considering both of them had quite thrilling semi-finals, just shows that you never know what you're going to get with a Taekwondo bout sometimes. These two definitely cancelling each other out. Very, very similar builds, very similar styles. Into the final 10 seconds. And this one, just like so many bouts to date, is going to be decided in that third and final period, because this one is blanked out. I don't think there's anything for the highlights reel in that round, is there?
It's a cautious approach for 2 rounds, yeah. It's not a great spectator event, but at the same time it is very tactical. Zaninovic not coming off the back leg like she would, like she has done so much.
We can just see the coach from Croatia there talking, and he's, you know, he's getting a little bit animated in that corner actually, and sort of you know, I don't know if he's suggesting the way he just did a little hopping movement, saying that maybe she should get a couple of short steps in and get into that range before she launches the attack. Because at the moment, the range where she's launching the attack from, her Korean opponent is just picking her off every time.
Not creating opportunities.
No chance. Yeah. She might as well take a gamble, getting close, and then have a go.
I think we'll still see the cautious approach for the first minute of the last round, and then bang, it'll explode into action.
It's like somebody presses a little buzzer and says, "Right, off you go now. Let's have the real stuff." We'll see. Here we go. 0-0. I'm sure it's not going to be 0-0 at the end of this final 2 minutes period. And yeah, true to form. Just a little bit of energy there from Zinanovic. But again, a cancelling achiever out. You can see Zinanovic there. She's just doing a few little hops. Just, you know, I think that's what her coach had said to her. Look, try and just get inside a little bit more. Oh, and Kim just reached out with her foot so close to a headshot. Well, at the moment, that was the closest, and Zinanovic for the first time gets a body shot, but not powerful enough to score. There's a punch, and Zinanovic is down. We will have a point to Kim Jae-hee, and she'll take the lead with that Kyung-go.
You can't appeal a punch.
Yeah.
He has done.
Well, this is interesting, Mike. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's push.
Oh,
He's saying there's a push beforehand.
Right. Well, the way this bout's going, that could be the winning score. So if you're the coach, possibly this is a sensible move. But if she did actually just push her down, let's clear it. But it's could be a bit of a waste on the video review card. We will see. Well, let's see what the replay gives. So hopefully we'll get it on our screens as well in a second.
So it was a punch, I think, that they can see. Well, sorry, we can't see that on our screen.
I think he's saying it. If we.
It's accepted.
Yep, video accepted. So yeah, she said that she actually pushed her over. So great call from the coach. He's got the card back. He saved the point. And
Kyung-go to no.
No.
He's given the Kyung-go to Korea, but he should. That's it. Wipe off that one.
Yeah,
that's
so
correct.
One less Kyung-go there. This is all very confusing. So we've got one yellow apiece. It's still 0-0. I think that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, let's go again. The clock's ticking. So both of them now have got a yellow card against their name, and we're back to 0-0. So a great video review card played there by the Croatian coach. That made a big difference because now we've less 40 seconds to go. One of these players goes down. That's going to be a point. Oh, she slipped over. Oh my goodness! Was that the commentator's curse on her?
Absolutely, absolutely.
She went down.
You've done it there.
She went down without contact. But now,
right, watch the headshot attempts coming in here. There, bang! Did that score? It did indeed.
The card is out. The Croatian coach is going to chance his luck with this card again. That was very close. But oh, Mike, you called. I'll tell you what. I think we're pretty good at this job. I called the going down. You called the headshot, and that Korean, you know, Kim just absolutely. When the time came, yeah, let's just score with a headshot, and you know, just as her opponent knows that she's going to.
We
did
get the script beforehand, Adrian, so they don't know what we want to do.
Well, here we go. Replay time. Let's see. Now we're going to have a little look at the screens here.
I think it was a headshot.
Well, we need a different angle. Just having a look here. We're looking at some screens. Ooh.
It's too close to call. I think that was it. The last extension. It's rejected. Sorry, the points.
Yeah, it's accepted. The points are coming off. Yeah, there was no conclusive. I think she just flicked her head to get her head away.
It's hard to say. Yeah,
I know. I think the crane shot camera actually gave it, and I know you've been a little bit against this crane this evening, Mike, but actually the crane was from above, and you could see that the foot, so it's down to 3-0. It's 1-0 to Zinanovic. The clock is going. Wow, this has had everything, this match.
She's chasing. I won't be surprised if she gets through. Croatia goes high. That was not high enough, though. Oh, It's a signal. There's a little bit of a discreet signal there to a coach to make the appeal for a headshot.
Now, in the old days, that used to be automatic Kungo, but now it's sort of allowed.
It's sort of allowed, and you wouldn't have even, I think if you didn't know what you're looking for, you wouldn't have seen that one really.
She scratched her left kneecap or something, and that meant...
pushback, yeah. But
well, she's nodded her head to a coach, and I'll tell you what, he's on a hat-trick with this video review card.
That's good coaching. It's very, very good coaching. I think he's a bit ambitious there. I think he's taking the player's word for that, but, you know, who knows? I'm not against the crane shot, Adrian, it's just it's a bit low. You know, the overhead shot is a brilliant idea. We did use it in London at the games.
Well, we're just having a little look here on the screens. It's pretty inconclusive at the moment. They do have many, many different angles that they're looking at. It's hard to tell from where we are exactly what's being called. I'm just waiting. What do you think, Mike?
I think it'll be rejected. I don't think it was a headshot. Rejected.
Well, there's no time left at all here now. Clock's running down very quickly. Korea have to attack, but Zaninovic has taken it. She's taken the title.
It's not over yet. I think the coach is going to play a video replay.
Is he going to go for a card?
He is, yeah. I would do that exactly the same.
And what could he be going for a card here for? That really seems a move of a desperate man.
Yeah, negative movement. He's going to try and say that the Croatian was moving away, but I think he's a little bit ambitious.
Yeah.
So say negative play, say moving around, so evading the match, as it were.
Well, I suppose at the end of the day, she's got a yellow against her, so he's trying to. He wants to say, look, you should have given a Kyun go here because
I do exactly the same. I do exactly the same. Final of the Grand Prix, one Kyun go difference between them. Really, I would do exactly the same.
But from an official's point of view, surely that's for the job of the head referee there. It's for him to decide whether that's a Kyun go, not for the guys on the video bench.
The coaches can call the decisions of the referees. So if the referee was to give a Kyun go and the coach thought it was wrong, he can appeal that. It's human error, so it can be it can be questioned. I think it's very it's worth a try, but I think it's rejected.
That would be a very harsh call.
It's rejected. It's rejected.
I've got to say, and rightly so. And in fact, I think the clock. There's actually 0 on the clock. The match is over, and Lucia Zaninovic has taken the title here. Absolutely wonderful performance.
I'm really pleased for her. She's a great athlete, great performer. Like I said, 3 times European champion. A little bit fortunate in that one. You know, at one point in in the final of the Grand Prix, we'd hope a little bit more, but great player, deserves a victory.
Yeah. Done it.
Now referees are entered to the card.
So, Mike, well, that was a pretty interesting first final. As we just see some of the highlights from that. These are just some of the highlights from that previous final there. And, of course, none of these scoring.
That was the headshot. That was the headshot she appealed for.
Yeah.
There's only which appealed for. That's the only one she threw with the match, actually.
Yes, if you were a coach for the Koreans there, would you be a little bit frustrated that you felt that she had so much more to give and she sort of held back for 2 rounds? Why didn't she get involved a lot earlier?
I think she's just a very cautious athlete, and Zaninovic had a tighter defence, harder to get through, and I think that's really deterred her from doing it. But I think, really, looking at the semi-finals, I think the Korean really could have done more.
Yeah.
In the WTF Olympic ranking number 25.
So here's Jacqueline Sanchez of the United States. This is the female heavyweight category. She had a great semi-final win, more of which in a second. First of all, her opponent.
Li Donghua from China in the WTF Olympic ranking number 14.
Li Donghua of China. Those are her results. A convincing semi-final win, 9-1. Some very good wins in the earlier rounds. A quarter-final win over Milan Mandic, the world number 3, by 1-0. Here's the road to the final for Jacqueline Sanchez. And actually fairly comfortable, but there was the big one, Li Ying-jong. She beat the world number 6 in that semi-final. Our referee for the final from France, Serge Sembona. The heavyweight female final of the Grand Prix Series number 2 here in Astana, Kazakhstan. And away we go. Well, Mike, it's been a great evening so far. We've had all different kinds of bouts. We've had a few 0-0s and we've had a few high-scoring ones. Now, this category, semi-finals here, the Korean wasn't really, the Chinese athlete Li wasn't really pushed too hard at all. And Sanchez, of course, had a tremendous victory in her semi-final. And this is a great opportunity for Sanchez, world ranked number 25, with Donghua ranked number 14. So an amazing opportunity for both athletes to really seriously improve their ranking.
Absolutely, yeah, they'll pick up a lot of points if they win this final. I think the Americans got a little bit more of aggressive style. She's going to look for more points, she's going to come in more. Got to be a little bit more cautious in this final because I think the Chinese girl's capable of taking those headshots and going up there.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, we saw Jacqueline Sanchez that she's got a very good defence.
Yeah. And
she's more than happy to spray her arms in all directions to stop that attack from her opponent, and she used it well in her semi-final. And here we are, 0-0, very early days. Final bout of the competition for these two, so nothing to leave. Use every bit of energy out on the ring. And of course, it is a ring now. Of course, for those of you who haven't seen Taekwondo for a little while, used to be a square. Athletes used to get stuck in the corner. I'm a massive fan of this octagon that they're competing in. You can see it there from above. And it really is, you know, you don't get the athlete caught in the corner and a big guy bullying you out of the ring. Now it's you're able to get away and get out of those situations.
Actually, I think the athletes have to be engaged more. There's less surface area for them to be competing on.
Yeah.
You know, so the octagonal design is geared towards encouraging action.
So 0-0 after the end of the first period, and no particular sort of scoring opportunity either way, was there? Nobody really made a serious move there.
I think the American will be pleased because she hasn't given any points away to China. I think, again, we're going to see the action in the last round.
Yeah.
Unless the American sort of steps up towards the end of the second round, I think it'll all come at the end.
Tomorrow, we've got 3 more categories. The female -67, the male -58, which is the lightest category for the males, and the male -80 kilogram competition. So, and of course, the male -80 kilogram competition is pretty heavy. Just looking at the entry list, and of course, there was some very. Everybody thinks of Aaron Cook and Mohammed Latela Mohammed, but at the end of the day, you know, there's some incredible athletes in there. I was looking in China at the list, and Stephen Lopez, 5 times world champion, and you know, all the way through, you know, Mohamed Bagheri,
yeah,
people who've won major events in the past.
Yeah, the -80 is a phenomenal category, and I think that you're looking at, you know, Steve Lopez, outstanding player, maybe past his prime, but what a prime, you know. I first saw him as a junior in 1996 at the first ever junior world championships, which he won, and he's just gone on since then.
So back to this, and that's all tomorrow. So we'll join you for that tomorrow. But so far, China versus USA, two superpowers in more than one way. And at the moment, not particularly super scoring going on. Just cancelling each other out a little bit there. But you sense that Jacqueline Sanchez here, she's just got a little bit more involved in the second period. She's leading the attacks a little bit more than she was in period one.
I think she is, but I think she's looking for things. She's looking for openings and opportunities, and rather than trying to create them. And I think the Chinese girl is probably analysing her attacking style a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they proven completely wrong with the headshot by the American.
Their headshot.
Where did that come from? Off the front leg there, really fast.
Yeah, completely caught Lee Donghua by surprise here. And now with Sanchez's defence, we've seen this already. Sanchez has a tremendous defence. And this is the fascinating thing to look out for at home, for all you viewers at home. This defence that Sanchez has. We've already seen the world number 6 not being able to really get through it. And nearly a headshot again from Sanchez. She's firing on all cylinders here. 30 seconds to go. Second period.
Now, it's nice to have that lead of 3-0, but it is one kick. And I think
Yeah.
the Chinese girl is more than capable of bringing that back.
Sanchez's defence has held so strong. And so far, Lee Donghua hasn't found the way through. And has not looked like finding the way through either. Trying a head kick there, but Sanchez just moves aside. Oh, beautiful
Nice
defence.
Good defence, covered it.
Unbelievable defence from Jacqueline Sanchez. She really is absolutely on fire at the moment. That last move in particular, I hope we do get to see a replay of that. She moved aside on one kick, she blocked another kick, and then she blocked a third attempt at the head. And you know, she's doing this in real time. You know, this is incredible speed. There's the head kick. And of course, she scored a similar head kick before, didn't she?
She did, yes.
She nearly removed the mask off the Korean girl, and she beat in the semi-final. Very similar move that was.
It was great timing and a very brave move, and it was excellent.
Yeah.
Like I said, she was trying to look for the openings, but it was there, and she stole that point. She stole that head kick, simple as that.
And you know, this is where we're seeing a great defensive sort of exhibition here from Sanchez. Like, you know, from a coach's point of view, your defense is, just as important as your attack. And she's actually, you know, her defense is absolutely top of her game. And the fact that she's able to move away these, bat away these moves.
It's that right hand that she takes high to stop the kicks up to the head. She carries it a very high right hand to go up to the head. If you watch it there all the time, and that's stopping some of the head kicks coming through.
Yeah.
I think the Chinese player's got a good right leg. She might go high off the right leg, and she could get through there to Sanchez's left side. That might be an option. Can't go there. And Sanchez scores another point.
4-0. Still plenty of time to go. There's no need for panic here. Still a minute and a half, but with 4 points. And to be honest, Lee Donghua hasn't actually even... She's got a Kyung-go against her opponent, but that's all so far. And she looks as if she's running out of ideas a little bit here, doesn't she?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything wrong here, because the American is doing brilliant to get the 4-point lead, but the Chinese athlete there did a very rapid back kick, just nearly got with the axe kick, nearly got through there as well. So I think, you know, a few seconds time we're going to see a step up a gear, and if that happens, then I think the Chinese girl could get through.
Yeah.
If she doesn't step up, which she should really be doing now, which she's starting to.
Yeah.
Then it's the Americans' game.
Well, she is putting a lot of energy into these kicks. So every time Sanchez defends, Lee Donghua is putting in a lot of energy to every kick, and she looks as if she's tiring a little bit, I've got to say.
She does look fatigued, definitely.
She looks quite exhausted out there, the girl in red, and I think she's having a breather here deliberately, just to hold on for a final onslaught.
It needs to come quickly. I'd say the next 10 seconds she needs to start making that move.
Yeah.
But the Americans' defence might be too tight. Again, that right hand went to stop the headshot.
That defence, I'll tell you what, she's going to make a name for herself with this defence. Looking very comfortable. Attempted body shot there from Lee Donghua. "20 seconds to go, 4-0.
Well, the Chinese players just not speeded up at all. Lee Donghua just not going for the 5 points.
Oh, and Jacqueline Sanchez picks another point up, and we're into the final 10 seconds. This has been an absolutely phenomenal performance by the American. She's going to take gold here for the United States, and she does so. 5 points to 0, and what a performance here. And to think that the Chinese athlete, who's no mug at all, you know, she's a good athlete. You know, she got 0 points, didn't get a single score.
That was a brilliant performance by the American. It is a sign of things to come, I think, from the USA. American Taekwondo has been dominated by the Lopez family for so long. And then we got 2 bronze medals from other athletes in London 2012. And I think the new direction that they're going with the new coaching staff is really having an impact. So they're keeping the best elements of the Lopez coaching methods, plus some other great coaches in there.
Well, Jessica Sanchez exits the arena. She has been absolutely superb as we watch some of the highlights there.
Now, the referees are entering to the court. Ladies and gentlemen, the WTF World Taekwondo Champions 2020 is present. The gold medal final, the heavyweight category 80+ kilogram. Blue, Diane Bar, France, in the WTF's Olympic rating number 2.
87 жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша финалға көкбұрышқа Таеквондо Франция WTF олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 2-ші.
Red, Shaw Muhammad Abdul Fattah from Great Britain, in the WTF's Olympic ranking number 4.
Қызыл бұрышқа Чомахама Абдул-Фаттах, Ұлыбритания, WTF олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі.
Past results here for Muhammad Cho, beating the Olympic champion, notably in the quarter-final, and a very tight semi-final match that we saw just, what was it, 20-30 minutes ago. 2-1 victory there. And Barton Dye, the world number 2, this is going to be a real clash of the titans. Well, he's not been pushed by anybody. And 2 spectacular head kicks in the first period of his semi-final.
I think this is going to be fast, explosive action, but it won't be continuous. We can't possibly keep that rate of performance up all the way through. So I think we'll see a very cautious start. They'll be weighing each other up. They know each other very, very well.
Referee Song Chul Kim of Canada. And yes, you're absolutely right. I think you know, we saw we saw 2 incredible head kicks from Ndai. Oh, we got an official. You're in official mode there for a second, weren't you, Mike?
Indeed, yeah. Let's carry on now.
Part of your well, we'll talk about this a little bit tomorrow. But of course, you were involved in the Olympic Games in some small way. We'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. But, on to the men's heavyweights. I always love the men's heavyweights clash. I'll tell you what, there's been some very big heavyweights in this competition. Some absolute men mountain have walked out on this court.
Yep.
And it's been quite phenomenal to see. And these two, pretty much similar size and build, actually. And of course, as you say, these two will have trained against each other many times.
That's right, yes. Yeah, in the French system there.
Cho used to, he's got dual nationality, so he used to actually fight for France. And after the Olympic Games, so you can't accuse him of coming to the GB for the Olympic rush. after the Olympics, changed nationality, and what a move that's been for him. He's not looked back since.
I think the British system does suit him better, and the results have said that, you know, a testament to that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get some explosive kicks off these guys, but like I say, it won't be continuous action. There's no way you can work at that rate. They're both getting a warning there for inactivity.
Yeah. Taekwondo is a fighting contest. And the officials certainly don't like it if they spend too long just eyeing each other up. I want to see you getting stuck in here, and these two are very capable. Seen them on the world tour many times.
No points.
Some energy expended in that little encounter. Oh, spinning head kick attempt from Cho and only just missed.
Then countered by Mubar, and that just missed as well. So that could have been 4-3 up there.
Yeah, and Dai was straight on him. There's no laying back here. These two have got total respect for each other, and they're going to let the fighting do the talking. I suppose if you know each other that much, or that well, there's no need to really be sizing each other up. Just get on and fight, and no hanging around. What a first period that was. That was really enjoyable.
It's very tense. It's very tense. Cho there at the end there was lifting that leg up. He was trying to get the Frenchman to come off of his back leg rather than his trade left leg front kick, and you know, the French guy not going for it.
Yeah. Well, for 0-0, I'm thoroughly entertained by that 0-0. So let them keep coming, to be honest. Cho just getting a strict little talking to there from the British coach.
I think he'll be telling Steve, he'll be telling him to take those opportunities to go, you know, he needs to be more proactive. Fast, strong, get in, get out. Both got phenomenal speed of kicks for heavyweights, absolutely phenomenal. And I think that we will see them, but like I said, it's going to be short bouts of explosive action.
So here we go, period 2, the men's heavyweight final here at the World Grand Prix, World Taekwondo Grand Prix, series number 2 in Astana. It's a mouthful to say. And the final bout of the evening here. And a cracking evening it's been.
Can go for holding the leg up too much, for not actually doing the trying to kick holding the leg up. So that gives Cho a 1-point lead now for the two Kyongos against Blue.
Yep.
So that raising the leg is not acceptable. But they will get caution if it's up there for too long.
Yeah.
The referee sometimes will shout fight. After that, if they don't do anything about 5 seconds, then they'll get a caution for inactivity.
So the leg is seen as just like putting a brick wall up just to stop your opponent from even doing anything. So it's not considered good form for fighting.
It's negative match management, and we'll get a caution for that.
Yeah.
A warning, Kyongo. Again, they were told to fight.
Yeah, our Canadian official here is getting a little bit agitated here. He's already given a Kyongo out each.
Yeah. That head shot there off the left side wasn't quite in range. Got a Kyongo. We're going to get a Kyongo coming down. Sonchul Kim, the referee, was one of the lead referees at the Olympic Games in London as well. She's very, very experienced. Both times.
Oh, good pushing there from Cho, but Dai certainly covering up well as he exited that little move.
Into the last 30 seconds. That headshot coming up again now. It's definitely thrown in more in this round.
Yep. Well, Cho just shrugs his shoulders a little bit there because then Dai scores the equaliser. It's 1 apiece. In fact, Cho defended the head, and I think the foot came down onto the chest pad, onto the body pad, just as he came down. So it was almost a bit of a lucky point, you could say.
As a coach, I'd argue there's no such thing, but if it's my player.
Yeah. Take them all. Oh. Now, Cho's gone down, but I think, the card's going to come out here because he's basically been pulled down.
I think that will be for the headshot. I think Steve will be appealing. Steve Jennings, Great Britain coach, will be appealing for a headshot. Yep.
Oh, yes, he is. He's going for the headshot here.
Yeah.
So
from our angle, it looked like it fell short, but from Steve's angle, it probably made it look like it impacted. We'll see.
Well, let's have a look at this then. Let's see. Can we see on the replay? We're just waiting for see if our directors got that particular manoeuvre. And was it a headshot? Well, we're looking at the screens that the judges are looking at as well. Here we go. What do you think, Mike?
I think it just fell short. It's rejected.
Wow.
So the judges agree with me. I think they had a better angle. We've got a much better angle here than what Steve would have had there. Steve Jennings, Great Britain coach.
Yeah, well, that's a frustrating one to give a card away like that, though, isn't it? That card might come in handy a bit later on. It was a cheap card to give. And to be honest, I really was sure. You know, I would have really said that the card should have come out for the fact that Ndai held Cho's foot, and that caused Cho to go over.
Possibly,
now, if ever you saw a situation of one player forcing the other player to go over by tripping him, then
it probably was a safer option.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, like I said, from the angle of the coach there, where he sat down, in that straight line movement, it would have looked like it was a headshot, and the Frenchman did react as such. So
yeah.
I think that, you know, the coach's defence, the line was complete. Where we are was straight parallel to it.
Absolutely. Well, Ndai suddenly is in the driving seat now, but he does have a Kyungo against him. He does have a little yellow card against him, so one more infraction, and that will give Cho the point. Here's some of the highlights here. There's Ndai going down earlier, and was this the move? No.
If they don't cancel each other out, I think we should see some serious points here. I'm hoping they don't cancel each other out.
Oh. Coach not too happy with that. We had this in the semi-final. Bit of water flying around. False start. Let's go again. In fact, the clock still says. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they pressed the button. Good job. 2 minutes to go. Men's heavyweight final here at the World Taekwondo Grand Prix, and oh, Cho!
Did that impact on the head? The judges have not scored anything.
I felt that here. That was a heavy fall. And I hope Cho's okay. I was just looking a little bit dazed there.
He'll knock the wind out of him for sure. But I think he's got to recover. He doesn't get a chance to recover now.
Yeah. Well, we're commentating from about what, sort of 6-7 meters away, and I felt the friction through my feet, through the chair.
The ground did shake.
You know,
definitely.
the ground really shook there, and thankfully it wasn't Cho's head that took the hit; it was his body. So that's definitely hurt him. But we're absolutely level in terms of Kyungos now. It's 2-1 to Ndai.
But it would be interesting. I wish they could have video replayed that, because I think, you know, there was a potential of a headshot there.
Yeah. And of course, the card has gone.
They still not scored the punch.
Cho.
I thought there was a good punch in there, but no, it wasn't given. That might be bias on my part.
Not allowed to be as commentator, of course.
Well, like I say, I'm very impressed with this French athlete. I think he's got a phenomenal front leg kick. He's not great into this game as such, but...
Well, this is world number 2 against world number 4 all the way, isn't it? You know, 2 quality athletes.
Yeah.
And this one really could go either way. You're just looking for that, you know, they're both looking for that little chink in the armour, aren't they? They're just looking for the opportunity.
I think next 30, you know, the 30 seconds mark might be the point where we see Cho really go for it.
Yeah.
Or it could be icy cool and just play it like this until the last 10 seconds, like he did in 2 of the previous matches today.
Yeah. He had a quick look at the scoreboard there to see the time, so he's well aware of what's going on here. Attempted body shot from Cho twice, both didn't score. Time running out, 20 seconds on the clock. And Ndai is certainly in defensive mode here now.
Yeah, that should be Kyungo for holding there. Yep, thank you, referee.
Yep.
2-2.
We've levelled it up, and this could well go to sudden death with 15 seconds on the clock.
Just short of a headshot there for Cho.
This is tense. Come to the final 5. Here we go.
Cho goes to the body, but covered by the Frenchman.
Oh, was that a hit from Ndai at the end? No, it wasn't.
No.
We will go to the golden point. Incredible.
The points of the third round is draw 0-0.
So 0-0. But Mike, there's no way that you know, this is a really thoroughly entertaining. Well, sorry, what am I talking about? It's 2-2. It's the points are nulled to 0-0, which I'm never sure why they do that in Taekwondo, because at the end of the day, it's a draw, and whoever gets the golden point now will go into the record books as a 3-2 winner.
I think it's just the way that it was clear that it's the first point that wins. It was a way of showing to spectators on the scoreboard, you know, that it was, you know, it is literally get that point and you win.
Yeah. Well, certainly as far as our TV graphics are concerned, we're still keeping it as, we still show it as 2-2, just in case you're confused. Yeah, I think that's quite reasonable to do.
Yeah.
But we are going to go into, so all the kyungos and everything are all cleared. And as you can see, there's just one gap now on that scoreboard. Because it's a 0-0, we're reset. And any kyungos are cancelled out because it's down to whoever scores the first point, or if there are 2 kyungos, and that also decides the winner. 2 minutes in this. Tell you what, I'm glad we've got a good referee here, because if it comes down to superiority, and if we don't get a point, and Dai scores.
Cut underneath. There's Cho moved in.
And there's no card from the British team here. That's been used earlier on.
It's not disputable that you can't dispute the body point to the PSS. That was it.
The officials have given it, and Dai has won. He wins by the sudden death point, 3-2. And our Taekwondo action for today is complete.
It was a good match. It was a great performance. The Frenchman stole that point, and that's the thing in golden point. It is the first one that wins. Simple as that.
Yep. Well, we've got the ceremonies to go, so don't go away. We've still got a little bit more yet. But as our action is complete in terms of the finals themselves.
We will be starting an awarding ceremony. Thank you, Rahmet.
Ceremonies will be up very shortly.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the awarding ceremony of the WTF World Taekwondo GP Astana 2014.
Қымбатты ханымдар мен мырзалар, бүкіл әлемдік Гран-при Taekwondoдан халықаралық турнирдің жүлдегерлерін марапаттауды бастаймыз.
The awarding ceremony held by the President of the World Taekwondo Federation, Dr. Chung-Woon Choi, and the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea and Kazakhstan, Mr. Park Chu-han.
Бүкіл әлемдік Taekwondo Федерациясының президенті доктор Чун-Вон Чоны ортаға шақырамыз. Және Кореядан Қазақстандағы елшісі Парк Чу-хан мырзаны.
So here we go with our medal ceremony for the women's up to 49 kilogram category. This isn't the category with the American winner, unfortunately, with this music. She'll appreciate it next time around.
The weight category 49 kilogram, the bronze medalist, Ganna Soroka from Ukraine, and Wang Tinglin from Chinese Taipei.
Әйелдер арасындағы 49 келі салмақ дәрежесінің финалының қола жүлдегерлері Сорока Ганна, Украина, Лин Уан Ти, Қытай Тайпейі.
The silver medalist, Kim Jae from Republic of Korea.
Күміс жүлдегер Ким Джая, Корея.
And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and the winner, Lucia Zanilovic from Croatia.
Алтын медаль иегері Люсия Занович, Хорватия.
So the bronze medals went to Ganna Soroka of Ukraine and Wang Tinglin of Chinese Taipei. Silver medal to Korea, Kim Jae, and the winner, the gold medal, and yet another gold medal around the neck of Lucia Zanilovic of Croatia. What an entertaining final that was.
$3,000 to the silver medalist.
Күміс жүлде иесіне $3,000 табысталады. Қошеметтеріңіз.
And to the gold medalist and the winner, the $5,000. Lucia Zaninovic, Croatia.
Хорватия, Люсия Заминович, $5,000 марапатталады.
So that's the -49 category. Quite a long ceremony there for the athletes to endure. But
Congratulations.
they've taken their awards and their medals, and we'll get ready for the next ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the awarding ceremony of the WTF World Taekwondo GP Astana 2014 female, the weight category 67 kilogram.
Қымбатты ханымдар мен мырзалар, бүкіләлемдік гран-при халықаралық таэквондодан турнирдің жүлдегерлерін марапаттаймыз.
The awarding ceremony held by the Vice President of the World Taekwondo Federation, General Ahmed Foley.
67 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша әйелдер арасындағы жеңімпаздарды марапаттау үшін бүкіләлемдік таэквондо федерациясының вице-президенті генерал Ахмед Фулиді шақырамыз.
And the Honorary President of the Kazakhstan Taekwondo Federation, Mr. Jamsat Isabekov.
Here we go with a victory ceremony for the -67 kilogram.
Ceremony held by the President of the Kazakhstan Taekwondo Federation, Mr.
Lee In-jong of Korea.
The bronze medalist, Lee In-jong, Korea, and Simon Alama Rosana,
And
Spain.
Rosana Simon Alamo of Spain in the red tracksuit receives her bronze medal. Must admit, all the categories gave us some cracking fights this evening.
Li Donghua from China.
Silver medalist from China in the red tracksuit, Li Donghua.
For the bronze medalists, the certificate on the $1,000.
And the gold medal
certificate on the $3,000.
Jacqueline Rose Galloway Sanchez. I'm sure she shortens that to Jacqueline Sanchez. What a fantastic performance from her. And this is a name to look out for in the future. Jacqueline Sanchez is going to be somebody we will see more of again for sure.
The certificate to the gold medalists by $5,000. Congratulations! Dear ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the awarding ceremony of the WTF World Taekwondo GP Astana 2014. Male, the weight category 80+ kilogram.
Бүкіл әлемдік Гран-при халықаралық таеквондо турнирінің финалистерін, жеңімпаздарын марапаттау рәсімін жалғастырамыз. Ерлер арасындағы 80 келіден жоғары салмақ дәрежесі бойынша жеңімпаздар анықталады.
The awarding ceremony held by the World Taekwondo Federation Council member, Mr. Roger Piarole.
Бүкіл әлемдік таеквондо федерациясының атқарушы комитет мүшесі Роджер Пароли.
And the honorary president of the Kazakhstan Taekwondo Federation, Mr. Shamsat Isabekov.
Қазақстан таеквондо федерациясының құрметті президенті Шамсат Жақсылықұлы Исабеков мырза марапаттайды.
And the bronze medalists, Arman Marshall Silla, Belarus, and Jasur Baykuziev from Uzbekistan.
Финалдағы қола медаль жүлдегерлері Сила Арман Маршал, Беларусь, және тағы да қола медаль жүлдегері Байкузиев Жасур, Өзбекстан.
Jasur Baykuziev of Uzbekistan takes a bronze medal in the men's heavyweight category. Very close encounter with Mohammad Cho, went down to 1 point in the end. And Arman Marshall Silla of Belarus takes the other bronze.
The silver medalist, Mohammad Abdul Fattah, the Great Britain.
Mohammad Cho of Great Britain. A very close and exciting final there. He takes the silver.
$3,000. And the gold medalist and the winner, and the from France.
And last but certainly not least, Mbar Ndiaye of France takes the gold in the men's heavyweight category. Well, that brings the end to a very exciting evening of Taekwondo here. Many thanks to Mike McKenzie, who was with me throughout, giving us expert opinion on those 9 bouts of superb world-class Taekwondo. We're going to do it all again, same time tomorrow night. Hope you've enjoyed it. My name's Adrian Battersby. Good Good night from Astana.